Good morning and a happy Wednesday. Welcome to today's episode of Morning Wealth. Three things that we will talk about. Markets deal with no fiscal deal. Apple says high speed and FOMC minutes. US stocks fell Thursday after Trump dashed hopes of a new economic relief package before the November election. Stocks had been climbing through the mid-session but immediately reversed course after Trump tweeted that he had told his representatives to end negotiations with Democrats over a new aid package, saying that the House Speaker Nancy Pelosi was not negotiating in good faith. The S&P 500 was down about 1.4%, the Dow was down 1.3%, while the Nasdaq was down about 1.6%. Treasuries jumped. The 10-year yields were down almost 5 basis points to below 0.74. The dollar remained mostly higher against the G10 counterparts, though yen eked out some gains. WTI pared its advances while gold dropped. Trump rejected mounting Fed calls for another stimulus package and broke off White House negotiations with Nancy Pelosi until after the November election. He says, immediately after I win, we will pass a major stimulus bill that will focus on hardworking Americans and small businesses. Pelosi earlier urged Republicans to heed Jerome Powell's latest warning on the need of more aid and get on board with the version of the $2.2 trillion House Democrats bill that was passed last week. Powell earlier warned that the economy will suffer without sufficient government aid. Too little support would lead to a weak recovery, creating unnecessary hardship for households and businesses, is what he said. He also mentioned the risk of overdoing it for now is much smaller. In data front, the US posted its largest monthly trade deficit since 2006 in August, is what the Commerce Department said, as imports of consumer goods recovered to pre-pandemic levels and exports of services and manufacturing has pretty much stalled. The data was released after IMF said the global economy won't contract this year as severely as projected in June. Overseas, the pan-continental Euro Stoxx 600 edged up 0.1%. Japan's Nikkei 225 rose about 0.5%, while Hang Seng was up about 0.9%. China is still closed for the holiday. On equity news, GE sank after warning that it is likely to face a SEC allegation of wrongdoing tied to a previously disclosed accounting probe. Apple announced that its biggest product launch event for the year will be held 13th of October with the tagline High Speed. The tech giant plans to reveal 4 redesigned iPhones with 5G capability, upgraded cameras, faster processors, and a wide range of screen sizes. On fixed income side, Goldman boosted the size of a new credit fund to $14 billion in what's shaping up to be one of the largest debut vehicles ever raised. The bank set out to target about $5 to $10 billion. The fund will help the firm raise about $100 billion for investing in less trafficked corners of the market, such as distressed credit, real estate, and private equity. Lastly, on the FX side, the Australian dollar sold off the most on the back of weaker trade data. The RBI yesterday left interest rates unchanged and confirmed the need for a highly accommodative policy stance. The Australian government also announced new tax cuts and a measure to boost jobs. This will cause the budget deficit to hit record highs, but the government sees no budget recovery without jobs recovery. Meanwhile, stronger than expected German factory orders drove the euro higher before Trump's announcement. The euro-US rose above 1.18 for the first time in 2 weeks before nosediving. Lastly, there are no other US economic reports scheduled for release today beyond the FOMC minutes. The Federal Reserve made their position very clear last month. With inflation running below target and unemployment at historically high levels, there is no plans to raise interest rates for the next 3 years. In fact, 2 out of the 9 policymakers wanted the Fed to use stronger language to describe their commitment to low interest rates. The FOMC minutes are widely expected to reinforce the central bank's dovish bias, which may be more negative than positive for the greenback, but nonetheless, I think we will be defined by what headlines hit us rather than the FOMC minutes. That's the update. Stay safe and healthy, everyone, and speak